I am so happy, man. So happy that I had this Sunday afternoon off. I love the Idol arc, man. And this is actually a fun fact for me, man. I've only read through this arc once. This is one of those arcs where I let it sit and I said I'm going to wait for the anime adaptation of that arc. And thus far, the anime adaptation of this arc has been so hilarious. It's, to me, it's just as good, man, and in some aspects even better, because like for example, the Rambo Otai scene, which I'll never forget because of how hyped I was, man. I love that design for Otai, for Sarutobi, for Suki, and for Kyubey. I love like their Rambo outfits, man. They look awesome. They look awesome, and the fact they expanded on that here in the anime, especially the Otai, man. They even gives like a close up with the headband and everything, man. I was like, let's go. But the Idol arc has been absolutely hilarious, man, and I'm so happy that they're taking their time with it, that they're not rushing it. This arc is chapters 445, 446, 447, 448, and 449. So it's 5 chapters. And so they're taking their time with it, man. 3 episodes for 5 chapters. So that means next episode is gonna cover. I believe this episode got right into like the first 2 pages, if I'm not mistaken, of chapter 448. So they're about to have like a about a chapter in like 16 pages of content for next week. Let's touch upon the initial arc placement of this arc. So right now, I'm going to assume this arc is going to take place in between Excalibur and the Guardian Spirit. I think Guardian Spirit is going to be next, unless they decide to go with a one-shot chapter or whatnot. So with that being said, it would be the, in between Excalibur and Guardian Spirit, which were like way off in the manga, because Excalibur was right before the Genderbend arc, and Guardian Spirit's the final comedy arc before Shogun Assassination. So with that being said, this arc takes place in the manga between Genderbend and the Joy Reunion, the Joy Reunion arc, which in the anime is, I believe, episodes 572 to 570, no, 272 to 274, or 270 to 272. One of the two. It's been a while since I watched those, but yeah, I think it's 272 to 274, or 270 to 272. One of those two, or 271 to 273. It's around there. It's around there, and that's around the same where Genderbend was. So it's interesting to me that they decided to wait to do this arc until now, because I find this arc to be absolutely hilarious. Now I can definitely see why. Another aspect why they decided to leave it until the priority season, because man, dude. Galaxy Kingdom bitches 48, man. I'm telling you, that's a Call of Duty clan name right there, bro. That's a Call of Duty clan name. And I love it. I love how I love how Sriracha in general takes these concepts of like idols or whatnot and turns it into like this game, this idol game between the biggest top idols in the universe, after they've taken all the idols away from Otsu. And Otsu herself, she's feeling extremely down about this. And honestly, not even just in a standpoint in general, if you're a creator of anything, you've had a moment like Otsu has at this point in time, to where you come out, man, and like you feel like you're on top of the world and you feel great, and all of a sudden like an event happens and you feel like you lost everything and you feel down, and that stuff really gets to you, especially as a creator, a content creator in any aspect, whether you're an artist, like whether you draw, whether you are a YouTube content creator, a developer for video games, an author, a filmmaker, whatever, man. You come out there, and if you start off with fans and then like you lose them, it sucks, man. I've had a similar thing when it comes to the One Piece series, with my controversial discussions at times with like Believe in Pudding 2017 and whatnot, where I lost like half my fan base, man. And like you think to yourself, you're like, yo, like, is that all I'm really worth? Is like an opinion, just one thing, it changes your entire opinion of me whenever you're following me for all this time. One thing just makes you want to leave. And that I felt that for a little bit, and of course I got over it later on the line. But Otsu herself is going through that right now. And it's something you can't blame her for, going out to all these places, especially whenever she's somebody that started from the bottom. You know, a lot of us can relate to that. Started from the bottom, got to a place to where she is well recognized as the idol in a certain place. It's like the person, you know, like she is the stuff, man. If you rock with Otsu, you are awesome. Because she's awesome. Now she is just that thing. Everybody knows about Otsu. Otsu has her fan club and everything, and even her most hardcore fans left her side for this new thing that everyone's raving about. You know, for Otsu, man, I completely understand and can relate to exactly what she was going through there in that situation, man, and that feeling sucks. That feeling sucks because it's not really jealousy. It's just you're looking more and disappointed at yourself. You're thinking, you know, what have I done wrong? Why am I not good enough? You know, there's a big difference between being jealous and just being mad at yourself and being angry at yourself, even though you know it's not your fault, but you still can't help but be mad at yourself, especially in the moment, in the heat of the moment. And that's what Otsu's going through, man, because after having so much back support for so long and coming on here and having all of her most hardcore fans, like the Otsu fan club followers who are everywhere, and they just left her just like that, man. You gotta see where she's coming from. And right now, we got the Yorozia fighting for her, man, in a battle of the sluts. I still can't believe that's what it's called in the anime, because in the manga, it was, what was it? It was either idols or bitches, one of the two. Well, it pretty much means the same thing. But anyways, it was pretty much that. But this man said sluts, bro. I love it. It's just it's classic Gintama. It's, to me, like I said before, in the 400s, with like gender bend, with this arc, with the Patriot Reunion arc, Excalibur, Confession, Kagura Boyfriend, Guardian Spirit, all this stuff that happened in the 400s. Since it was all comedy, but each arc was so different from each other, and it really felt like Sorachi was taking everything, every single thing that he'd ever have in his mind with these characters, and did it. He said, I don't care, you know, sue me, whatever the case may be, I am doing what I want to do with these characters, and I'm gonna do it. And this is an example of one of those. I guarantee you, like, ever since he created the character of Otsu, or maybe it was in the spur of the moment, right there. Like whenever the chapters were coming out, like maybe he was getting to the end of gender bend, and he said, you know what, let me bring Otsu back into the equation. Let's see if we can make something with idols and make it into like a battle of the idols. And especially since in the gender bend arc, you know, like characters like Suki and Sarutobi and Kyubei, like, you know, Kyubei was like the main star of the gender bend arc. So you know, bringing them back right here, just a couple chapters later, you know, manga terms. In the anime, of course, it followed Excalibur, but we're talking about from manga terms. You know, bringing all of them back immediately, because, you know, so right off of the high that was gender bend arc was a very good move from Sorachi, because he must have been loving how the reaction to the gender bend arc was, because gender bend was an extremely popular arc as far as I'm concerned. You know, I don't know exactly what the rankings were, what the overall thing was, but I know that gender bend was extremely popular within the Gintama community. That arc and Kagura's boyfriend arc were like the arcs for quite some time, in terms of like the comedy arcs. So getting back into this current arc, you know, bringing and I love the way the Kagura looks, man. Shout out to my daughter. That's my daughter right there, man. I love the way the Kagura looks. Whenever there's this one line I screenshotted that I absolutely loved. It was whenever she's picking her nose. It's this line right here, man. Oh man, Kagura greatness, man. I had to say, but the way that it was animated, it was awesome. And then Gin leading together all the troops, because, you know, he is a businessman. You know, Gintoki, he's made some really good decisions right here. He understands business, and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, especially in this scenario, is up to you. But I love how he goes and he tries to outslut them, man. He says, you know what, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna do all of this special crap to them in order to get them on your side, well, we're gonna do the same thing. But I love the way the Sorachi did it. First, he brings Rambo Otai and Rambo Sarutobi up into like swimwear, starts going in, you know, attacking them with the straight up brutality, man, saying, you know, we're gonna go into like swimwear no matter what. We ain't kind. Suki and freaking and Kyubei coming right from behind. backstab them, and then the backups of the actual backups go in there, and then they deliver the actual plan, bringing in charm, the kindness, bringing them all in, man. And it was genius to me because it reminded me of that one Kakegurui episode where the idol was like pretty much like she had like a fake love for everyone, and in terms of everyone thought that like she was so kind and everything, but in reality she was always like trashed all of her fans and said like, oh, they're all garbage, they smell, and that kind of stuff. I loved it because it was kind of like that, except they were just using their charm in order to bring them towards them. But before the charm needed to happen, they needed to have the brutality, so you could have both sides of that. So it was a genius plan. It was a genius plan, man. Sarutobi and Otai come in, they get you with a lot of salt. And Suki and Q basically say, chill, come over to our side, man. And then it slowly but surely Otai and starts to get in there, like, you want it to be our first time? Trolls. Trolls, man. I love this week's episode. It was really, really funny. Really, I was dying of laughter. And the beginning of the episode, bro, with some of Gin's oh man, dude, the part with Gin and Kagura, whenever they were all misinterpreting what Kagura said, he's like, oh no, we've gone much farther than just that. I live with them, and it makes me do all strange things for morning. Greatness, man. I love it. But next week the Idol arc ends. And I'm looking forward because, like I said, there's not many details there. I remember certain details, but there's not. I don't even think I remember how the arc ends. So I'm looking forward to seeing next week's episode. It's gonna be a lot of fun because, like I said, I've only read through the arc once. But it's gonna be awesome sauce, man. It's gonna be awesome sauce, and I can't wait for next week's episode. And I believe after that we're getting Guardian Spirit. Let me see, 329, 330, 331, 332, 333, 334, 335, 336, 337, 338. So we're at 10 episodes. One more Guardian Spirit. That's it. And then right after that we're heading right into Silver Soul. Holy sweet mother of Flagnards. We are super close to Silver Soul in the anime. I just realized that. Let me do it again. 321, 329, 330, 331, 332, 333, 334, 335, 336, 337, 338, 339 is episode 11. And then 2 more for Guardian Spirit. That's it. That's this entire season. Holy Flagnards. We're almost done with Gintama, man. Holy man! Oh, dude, like that just shocked me. I did not expect that. For some reason, I felt like the season was much shorter than it was. Maybe it's because I haven't been able to do I haven't done an episode video since Homeless. Even though I've been watching, I just haven't done an episode video. Oh man, Gintama's about to end, bro. But anyways, man, I hope you all enjoyed this episode as much as I did. It was a lot of fun. We look forward to seeing the continuation of the Battle of the Idols next week. It's gonna. I love Suki's outfit, man. Suki's outfit here in this. It's just. I heart it. But shout out to Rambo Otai. That's the real MVP. Rambo Otai and Kagura going in like somewhere saying, "We'll take care of this, Otsu. We got this." And Gin, being the business genius that he is backing up that statement. I'll see you guys next week. Actually, now that I think about it, there's one thing that I kind of remember that revolves Shinpachi, but. We'll see. We'll get to it. Y'all have an awesome day. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. I absolutely loved it, and we'll see what happens, man.